I've been playing Fortnite for a while now, but when I first started, my aim was bad. It was really bad. After all, Fortnite was my first competitive shoot on PC. Before that, I just used to play on console, and I wouldn't even play any competitive shooters. So naturally, I took up aim training to improve, but after a few days to a week, I quit because I got bored, even though I knew I shouldn't have. And for the past few seasons, I found out a way to keep improving my aim consistently to the point where I'm getting top 2% in multiple aiming scenarios, and I'm not looking to stop anytime soon. Great aim is the only fundamental in Fortnite you can't go pro without. For example, there are pros that do well despite having bad game sense or mechanics and even mentality, but without good aim it just isn't viable. Regardless, if you are on KBM or controller, you need to have good aim, and even if you already do, you still need to improve. Now, what if Haaland said I'm the top goal scorer in the league so I can stop practicing my shots? No, he doesn't, because you can always get better, and the same thing applies for aiming. Now, imagine there was a setting in Fortnite which would turn up your damage multiplier. Well, there is. It's called aim training. Now, I'm not making this vid just to tell you to aim train, because that's how people just quit. Probably because it's hard to commit to and may get boring at times. But the reason I'm making this vid is to show you lots how to aim train properly, have fun, and stick to a routine so that you don't quit in the long run. And believe it or not, even for me, aim training became fun. Now, some pros like Vico, Noah, etc. actually find aim training fun, and well, at first I didn't believe them, but there is truly a way to make it fun and not have it feel like a chore. But before that, I know some people still believe, yeah, you don't really need to aim train, so I'm going to explain to you what aim training technically is. Now, what we call aim training actually improves much more than just your aim. Technically, what we call aim training is actually mouse control, the ability to control your cursor on screen. Yes, this directly translates to aim, but also correlates with editing, build placements, and any other precise movements you need to make with your mouse. So not only aim training would improve your aim, but also building and editing. Here's how to aim train the correct way. To start, don't just copy your favorite pro's routine. You're probably asking yourself, why is that? Well, because each scenario has a different level of difficulty, and if you're copying theirs, the level might be too elevated, you might get frustrated and just quit. Simply copying someone else's routine won't make your aim like theirs. Now, a good place to start off is with someone like Aim 7 or Tamaz's routine, which gives you an in-depth guide on how to aim and different levels of aiming, beginner, amateur, and etc. So, the main point of this vid is having a routine that we like over everything else. Usually, we would pick up a routine from somewhere and force ourselves to use it, even though we absolutely hate it, and would even dread to aim train the next day. If there's a scenario in your routine that you hate, just change it to an alternative scenario that works on the same skill set. This also applies for aim labs for people who are on controller, and there are even some good in-game aim trainers like Skavook's Aim Trainer for console players. I'll put the map code in the description. Now, I'm going to go over mistakes people make whilst aim training. First, I'm going to talk about good reps and bad reps. If there's a day where your reps are really good and you aren't missing a shot at all, I want you to keep on training so you can get as many good reps in as possible and install those good habits and build that muscle memory. And if there's a day for whatsoever your aim is just flat awful, stop and do something else. I don't want you to build that bad habit as a rep, and this will tremendously help you in the long run. Now, this is easier for pros to do compared to others where they might feel obligated to train because they're just not at the levels of the pros yet, but I'm telling you, it's just worth in the long run. Now, the second big mistake players are making is thinking their aim is not improving anymore, because at the start your aim will exponentially improve, then it might flatline, then you'll hit a peak again, and then you might drop back down. Your aim isn't getting worse, it just might be that you're hitting a peak, so I wouldn't check the stats too much, maybe like once or twice a month to see if you're actually making good progression. And last but not least, high scores. Maps are randomized, so I would even be too fussed about being my high score, and also a lot of people do cheat maps to get high scores, so that doesn't really matter. But your main focus should be getting good reps and building that consistency in your aim. And I would also really recommend you having a read through Aim 7 PDF and Tamaz's PDF. I'm just going to go through things that I used to struggle with at the start. For example, my smoothness. I was a very shaky player at the start, but I did fix it with a smoothness routine. What I'm lacking in right now is speed, so I am using a speed training, and you lot should also benchmark yourselves with these PDFs to see where you're lacking in and how you could customize your routine to fix those type of problems. Thank you guys for watching and taking your time out of your day. Please do like and subscribe. Also turn on all noties for when I do post new content. If you guys would like me to elaborate on any topic in this vid, please do comment and I'll try to make a more in-depth vid on that subject. And also comment any types of video you'd like to see in the future. And again, thank you guys for watching.